Hey guys, how you doing? It's Rich, aka DeathMonkeyXL, and we're doing a review on the Blair Witch Game. Feel free to hit that like button and that subscribe button if you're new, and if you've been here before, welcome back. It's good to see you. Let's get into the game. So Blair Witch is a game. It takes place 2 years after the first film, and it's about a guy named Ellis who has a dog, who was a police officer who lost a kid in the woods back in the day, and now he's trying to like redeem himself by finding this other kid that's lost in the woods. And if you've seen any of the Blair Witch movies, you kind of know where this is going. So that's pretty much the main thing of the story. Guy going in the woods by himself, crazy. He finds a camera in the woods. That's how he gets the camera. So he gets the Blair Witch camera thing going on. All right. So as far as the characters go, there's really only one character. The name is Ellis. Ellis is pretty bad as a character. He's not really a character that reacts the way he should react in these situations, and in certain situations he kind of overreacts. There's a cool thing in the game where you get to a little cell phone, a flip phone, Nokia. You get to play with the wallpapers, you get to play the mini games that's on the phone, you get to go through the phone and call everybody in his phone book, and you get achievements for those things also. That's a really cool aspect of the game. A really bad part of the game is the woods. So the game doesn't give you any direction on where you're supposed to go. It gets you get that real feeling of being lost in the woods, I guess, because that's happened to me a few times. One time, the game's supposed to carry you on from a certain spot, and I didn't notice it right away when I saw it because there was no indication. I kind of pieced it together myself. Walked around the woods for like 30 minutes in the circles. Restarted the game from where I was at the checkpoint. I was like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. So you don't have any real direction in where you're supposed to go in the game, which kind of works against the game. It works for the game at the same time. If you ever played a game, I can't remember what it's called. Shoot. There was a game on GameCube that played with your mind, made it look like your game crashed and stuff like that. And Blair Witch doesn't go that far as that game did, but it does have its own internal system of messing with the player throughout the whole game. Like again, I said, if you're familiar with Blair Witch, you'll understand how things are working in this game. And if you're not familiar with Blair Witch like I was, you'll be doing things that you normally do in games that you think you're supposed to do, and maybe you're not supposed to do them. So it's pretty good on that aspect. I think the sound design is pretty good. I think Ellis's voice acting in some areas is pretty flat and bad, and sometimes he sounds like a robot. But there's a couple of points that get really good. The graphics I think are pretty good. I saw somebody say they were like Xbox 360 graphics. I think they're pretty good for the game. They work well with the scenery in game. It's pretty dark. The enemies are kind of corny looking. But overall, I think it's a really good game. It has multiple endings. So first time you play through, I read somewhere that everybody was getting the same endings pretty much. So the first time you play through, you get the same ending, and then you realize after you look it up, or you might realize, oh, if I do something different, the ending will change. So there's like your two main endings, and then there's like some side story endings that they tell you happens to some other characters and stuff like that. So keep that in mind if you go and decide you want to play the game. Right now it's on the Xbox Game Pass, so if you have that, it's technically free for you. But normally it's like $40, so it's not too bad. Again, it's about 6 hours long. I would suggest waiting to go on sale if you did not want to pay $40. Like, that's totally fine also, but if you are somebody that likes to collect all the achievements and stuff like that, you will get a couple of playthroughs out of it, so you can easily get about 20 hours and stuff like that into the game. But that's all I have for the Blair Witch. Pretty short review, pretty short game, so it's not really a lot to go into, and I don't want to spoil too much for you guys if you decide you want to play it. And thank you guys for checking out this video. I'll see you guys next time. This is Rich. Peace.